Hello everyone, paano mag-complete ng self-monitoring report module 2? So pupuntahan natin yung online self-monitoring report at kumpletuhin natin yung report na ito. As shown on the screen, ang module 2B ng online self-monitoring report at common ito sa lahat ng mga establishment because every establishment can generate hazardous waste. Kaya yung Module 2B referring to hazardous waste generator under RA 6969 is applicable. So dito po kailangan nating gawin mag-provide tayo kahit isang waste number para masagutan natin itong Module 2B. So, hindi rin naman papayagan ng system na wala tayong information. Indicate natin dito ang hash waste number, hash waste class, hash waste nature, and then hash waste cataloging, and then remaining hazardous waste from previous reports, and then hazardous waste generated for the quarter. And after natin makapagbigay ng waste number, ilalagay naman natin dito the waste storage for that waste number, treatment, and disposal. So kung multiple waste number ang ilalagay, kailangan multiple din yung table. At sa panghuli ng Module 2B, ito ang on-site self-inspection of storage area indicating date conducted, the premises or area inspected, and then findings and observations. Para makapagbigay tayo ng information, meron dito mga plus icon button. So for the meantime, sa hazardous waste generation, lagay na muna natin dito. Click muna natin yung icon button and then hash waste number, we can select here. Halimbawa, meron akong M501. So ang M501, base sa table 2.1 ng DNR Administrative Order 2013-22, ito ang infectious waste or pathological waste. Now, yan yung ni-indicate natin under hash waste class. And then next, hazardous waste nature. Indicate naman natin dito kung gas, liquid, sludge, solid. O, click natin yung solid. And then, hazardous waste catalog. Then dito meron toxic, corrosive, reactive, flammable. So, pili natin sambitin toxic, yung ating infectious waste. Then, yung remaining hazardous waste from previous report, kung first time mo palang mag-submit ng report, syempre zero. Tapos dito, lagay natin sa kabila, hazardous waste generated for the quarter. Yan, ilagay na natin dyan yung volume ng waste. So, usually, i-express po siya sa metric ton. Ngayon, kung meron kang pagkakaintindi sa mga bigat, usually kilogram. Ano, for example, ang iyong quantity ay 300 kilogram. Iko-convert mo to sa metric ton dahil hindi siya kilogram ang unit of expression. Now, mula dyan, we can also say na yung 1 metric ton is equivalent to 1,000 kilogram. Kaya para ma-convert natin yung 300 kilogram to metric ton, o pwede natin sampitin na 300 kilogram divided by 1,000 kilogram at yun na yung ating sagot, 0.3 metric ton. So, ang lalagay natin kasi dito sa ating report ay numero at saka yung unit na metric ton. So, mula po dyan, lalagay natin dito 0.3 metric ton. So, lagay natin 0.3 metric ton. Now, kung pangalawang beses mo nang mag-submit ng report at itong 0.3 metric ton ay hindi naman nahakot, so ililipat natin dito sa remaining hash waste from previous report. Like for example, 0.3. Ito yung pangalawa mo ng reporting. At kung hindi nahakot, ilalagay mo dito sa remaining hash waste from previous reports. Dahil ito yung ating previous report, nilipat mo lang dito sa remaining hash waste uh, from previous report. Tapos dito naman, mag-indicate ka naman kung ano naman yung current waste generation. Halimbawa, 0.5. So in short, meron kang storage facility. So nung first quarter, meron kang na-generate na 0.3 metric ton. So yan yung ating first quarter. Now, kung ngayon naman meron kang na-generate na sa second quarter na 0.5 metric ton. Kumbaga sa pangalawang quarter. So in short, meron kang 0.8 total volume na nakatago, naka-store sa ating facility. Okay? Ngayon, kung hindi na naman yan mahakot, dagdag lang ng dagdag doon sa remaining hash waste from previous report. Sasabihin natin dito, 0.8. Kung pang third quarter na, lalagyan naman natin dito kung ilan yung sa current quarter. Halimbawa, 0.2. So, meron ka na total na 1.0 metric ton na nakastore sa inyong hazardous waste storage area. So, yan ay doon sa ating infectious waste. Ngayon, kung meron ka pang ibang hazardous waste, pwede nyo po ditong i-add. Dito ilalagay yung iba pang mga waste number. So, kapag ka meron ka ng isang declaration ng hazardous waste, tanggap na yun ng system, no? And then, kailangan meron ka ding isang table para sa waste, storage, treatment, and disposal. So, kung halimbawa, itong 0.8 metric ton sa loob ng isang ah, semester o dalawang quarter plus yung hazardous waste generated for the quarter na 0.2. So, meron kang 1.0 metric ton or 1 metric ton. Halimbawa, dito sa current quarter, nahakot na lahat yan. I-indicate natin dito. Halimbawa, M501, then has waste class, infectious waste. Tapos lalagyan natin dito 1.0 metric ton. And then saan na treatment, storage, disposal located. So lalagyan natin doon bawa ABC Treater Inc. sa San Pedro, Laguna. Now, saan naman yung storage? So, doon sa ating facility, halimbawa ABC Company Inc. Let's say in San Pedro, Laguna din. And then yung method ng ating storage ay sealed plastic drum with proper label and placard. Yun, ganun lang. And then, sino ang nag-transport ng ating M501 na 1 metric ton? Halimbawa, lalagyan natin dito yung pangalan ABC Transporter Inc. Ito ay base doon sa kanyang transporter registration certificate. So wala namang iimbentuhin. Ilalagay lang ang pangalan. Then yung ID number, registration number ito as transporter. Halimbawa, OL, TP, R4A, 121234. Then kailan siya nabigyan ng registration? Lalagyan natin halimbawa, June 15, 2025. Then sino naman ang treater nung hazardous waste na treat base sa iyong table? Halimbawa, lalagyan natin dito XYZ Treater Inc. at ang kanyang registration number sa EMB ay OLTR R4A 121234. And then ano yung method of treatment? So doon sa certificate of treatment, bawa based on certificate of treatment, ala yan, pyrolysis. So kahit di mo naman ilagay yung based on certificate of treatment, alam naman niya ng evaluator na ang pagbabasehan mo ng method of treatment ay yung certificate of treatment issued by the treater. So lalagay mo dito pyrolysis, halimbawa pyrolysis. And then dito, nakalagay dito date kung kailan naman siya na-treat. So based on certificate of treatment, yung treatment date. So, halimbawa, um, July 15, 2025. Now dito sa disposal, usually yung mga category A TST, meron na silang disposal facility. Kaya kukupihan mo na lang yung name, yung ID, at yung method is sanitary landfill, and then yung date of disposal. Let's say July 15 or 16, 2025. So that is for one hazardous waste number na nireflect mo din dito sa itaas, sa hazardous waste generation. Ngayon, kung meron ka nga multiple hazardous waste generated in your facility, at meron ka din ditong multiple tables. So just click this icon, uh, plus icon button, and then mag-open na yan ng bagong table. Okay? And then dito naman sa on-site self-inspection of storage area, halimbawa, nag-inspect tayo ng ating hazardous waste storage area 2025 ng June, sorry, ng October 15. Then premises or area inspected has waste storage area. And then findings and observations, none. Then corrective action taken, none. So, ganun lang. Ikaw naman ang makakapagbigay kung may findings ba o wala. At kung meron, ano yung corrective action taken. Okay? So, lalagay mo dito naman sa ating baba yung another date. So, every month, kung may inspection ka kada buwan, lalagay mo dito. Let's say, for example, 2025, November 15. Then, ganoon din, Hasways Storage Area. Ano ang iyong findings and observations? Bawa, meron ka nakitang minor spills, minor oil spill, or chemical spill. Kung ano man ang nakita mo talaga dyan. Tapos lagay mo dito sa corrective action, halimbawa, um, clean up, tapos lagay mo dito training or education. So kung meron ka pang ibang inspection dates, pwede mong indicate dito sa on-site self-inspection of storage area, date conducted. So kung kada buwan may isa, yan, may tatlo ka rito, 2025, December 15, and then hash waste storage area ulit, and findings and observation, none, then dito, none, sa under corrective action. Okay? You can save this page para makarating ka ng module 3. So that's it. That's how we complete the module 2 of the online self-monitoring report. And I hope may natutunan kayo doon. At if you think this video is helpful to you, you can just like this video, share this video. And if you have more questions, type nyo lang dyan sa baba. Maraming salamat for time listening and God bless us all.